All right. Oh, I love you too. Thank you. Welcome on. I'm only going to be live for maybe a half hour, I figure. Um, what do you call it? I watched that premiere, the premiere for Wicked, this afternoon. Nice to meet you too. And it was pretty cool because I don't do a lot of that. I don't watch a lot of those things. But I had been following along with the production of that movie for some time, for a couple years. And, they're coming out with it, I think on the 22nd. And it was pretty cool to see on a live stream, just all the actors and the actresses coming on and, in a live capacity, in a real-time capacity. It's a lot cooler than just watching a recording, So, like, you're seeing Ariana Grande and her boyfriend, and then the woman that's playing the witch, the Wicked Witch, and they're all coming on screen as they're coming out onto the carpet, and it's pretty wild. That was real cool. But yeah. So we're taking the quiet street, huh? Instead of we're taking the silent street instead of the main strip. Going incognito mode today. I don't know why, but it's okay. So, for those of you wondering, I've been doing pretty good. Just getting myself situated. Take it a little bit longer than expected, but I'm doing good. Thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follows. I'll tell you though, I am jealous. I am so jealous of the Ariana Grande's boyfriend. It reminds me so much. I tell you, there was this girl I remember from camp growing up. You go to camp and you volunteer and help to build houses for the poor. And we did that for a couple of years. I remember the one year there was this looker. There was this beautiful, beautiful girl. And, we were hanging out the one day at camp when she kissed me, right? And I wasn't expecting it at all. She kissed me. We ended up talking for the next couple of weeks, and that was nice. But she had a boyfriend, so it never really went anywhere, right? That boyfriend turned out to be not too cool of a guy, especially as he got older. So they broke up. She went to college. Turns out she starts dating this other guy and marries him, right? Never took a second look at me because, I kind of, when it comes to women, I try to give them a chance. And then if it don't work out, I just keep moving on. So with that one, I guess she was already with another guy. Didn't tell me about it. And then didn't have much interest in trying again with her once she became single. So, so I guess what I'm saying is, it's the kind of thing where this guy that she ended up marrying, oh man, it blows my mind when you see somebody who has everything going for them in their life get together with someone that get together with someone that doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing if the person that doesn't gets their stuff together, gets themselves organized and starts doing better. But, she just ended up with a guy that she's kind of just supporting, And, to each their own. If they're happy, and that's what matters. But it cracks me up when I'm looking at these famous people. And, you could see the dynamic of the relationship, and it just blows my mind how secretive and sensitive people are about all this stuff. And it's like, I've never understood the need. I really haven't. To this day, I don't really get it. It makes sense to me, but I just don't think it's the way that I do things, I guess. I'm a little more out in the open with some of that stuff. But I get jealous because, there's no other way to say it. She's pretty darn good looking. And, well, he ain't. You know? And it's the same with that Sabrina Carpenter. You know, she's in a relationship with that guy. Or I think she is still I don't know. She's still in a relationship with that guy. But that one Irish guy or whatever, whatever he is. He's like Irish or Scottish or something. And she's so good looking. And he's not. You know? And so I asked myself, I'm like, all right, I wonder, thanks for the hearts. I wonder, if I get myself into a career with in the media or in music or something, and I find myself a beautiful broad, right? Beautiful woman. Will she date me even though I'm ugly? That'd be kind of cool. But we'll see. Yay. Yeah. So I got a couple of them celebrities like that I follow now that I really didn't used to before. But after moving here, it's just part of what you do. It's not that everybody does it, but some of us do. So, I've started to actually have people that I'm a fan of and that I follow along with. And it's always funny to see during cuffing season where they'll post pictures. So they'll spend the whole year just putting out pictures of themselves. What's up, Daniel? Welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the hearts. They'll just put pictures up of themselves the whole year round. And then when cuffing season comes around, right? Or when somebody's flirting with them, they put up a picture with their spouse, right? They'll put up a picture with their partner. It just cracks me up. I don't know. It's just something that I think is, I find funny. So from my perspective, if I'm secure in my relationship and I'm not thinking about swapping up, I don't need you to know who I'm dating. I don't need you to see who I'm dating. So unless we got some sort of something going on where it's beneficial to the both of us, I ain't putting that out there. But like I said, I guess that's just me. So, but in reference to that topic of, being busy and actually doing stuff with the media, as far as everything I'm doing here with you, what's up, beauty? Welcome to the broadcast. I feel bad because it's like I do keep myself occupied most times nowadays. Most of the time. And I feel bad because it's like I'll be hanging out with people and I'll be on my phone. But I mean, what else am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be a time to do this. I went 3, 4, 5 days without broadcasting. Miss Kenna, welcome to the broadcast. What's up? And I can't be doing that. I can't be going 3, 4, 5 days without broadcasting. It's not only selfish, but it's disrespectful to the audience and the fans. And so that's why every now and again I got to be a little bit of a bad friend, at least from my perspective. Because if I'm with somebody, I like to be present. But I'm coming to admit to myself is I don't live a life of that privilege. I gave up that privilege in 2015, and it's only become more of a thing as time has gone on. Yeah, wherever. I thought we were just wherever you're going, and I'll take a seat. I mean, I'm here filled. You got to remember, I ate a whole pack of Hawaiian rolls and two of those giant ramen packets. So I'm like full of carbs right now.
Get ready to go.
What's up?
Get ready to go.
No, I mean it's spicy too. So like I'm weighed down. That's what I'm telling you. I'm sweating. I'm already sweating. So I figured we go where you want to go, and I can catch up with these guys around 1 o'clock. I figure when you're doing your thing, I can just take a step outside, go walk around a little while, let you know when I'm done. If that's cool with you. All right. And just this here is a little precursor, because when they have the big events, like they had the Wicked premiere today on the live stream for Paramount and for the movie account, it messes with the entire algorithm because you get a lot of people for it. Instagram isn't made that for that. Oh, you do you. I'll ask later out of curiosity. Thanks for the hearts. Yeah, see, where I grew up and the way I grew up, when something interesting goes on, you point and you look. And what I learned around here is you do the opposite. Something goes on and you're just like, oh, what's back there? I didn't see what's back there. Did you? I missed it. But it turns out I'm pretty good at both. So, I mean, every now and again I pull out the big guns. Every now and again I gotta be, to point and shoot, pun intended. But most of the time, it's kind of just being off the cuff and minding my own when I have to. What I do like about living out here is that you really could be any type to make it. I mean, for real, like, you'll see people walking down the street that are just in their lounge clothes. You'll see people that are dressed up in suits. And you'll see people like me that are, like, just disheveled, right? And all types are accepted. I don't want to say it because I'll get my buddy upset. So I won't, but it's nice to be able to kind of wear your own, be comfortable, to be able to be comfortable in your own skin. So for me, I'm very OCD clean, but when it's not my own situation, when it's not, when I'm not in a situation where I'm relying on myself, I don't feel it appropriate to be using people's resources as much as I would use my own, if that makes any sense. Thanks for the hearts. So, when I'm paying for it, it's different. But when I'm making exchanges with people, I don't want to be freaking, doing that, because that ain't right. At least not for me. Taking advantage is one thing, but taking too much, I see what it does to people. I've had my experiences of Ghost of Christmas, past, present, future, and I am not looking to repeat my past. I'm not looking to have a future that most people would have for me. And I really do like to be focused on the present. Like I said, just to bring us full circle, speaking of the present. Oh my gosh. She's so beautiful. Guys, if I could find me a woman with like Ariana Grande's personality, sounds good to me. That's what I'm after. Because I look at all the celebrities and I'm interested here and there for different reasons, right? Well, I'll tell you, on the topic of wife material, find me a woman like Ariana Grande and I'm good to go. I'll be good for the rest of my life. I swear to you, I know it. Oh, God, is she awesome. But, like I said, you meet people out here on the street, and they're all different types, And I meet women. I do, I'll admit to you. I meet people that are a good fit for me. But at the end of the day, I'm still busy. I'm just not there yet. And I don't know how people do it. In the midst of everything that they're trying to build and things they're trying to do, how the heck do they make time for relationships? I just don't understand how. I mean, good for them, but I can't. I don't know how to do that. I get distracted. I get focused on my own stuff, and I get selfish. It's my focus. My focus is definitely more on career. Thanks to the hearts. In the past, I was more family focused. And when I say more, I mean, I was pretty much just family focused, and anything I did in reference to my career and my, the moving forward of my personal and professional goals were, essentially family based. The goal was, getting together with somebody, having kids, and then just living that way the rest of my life. And now the exact opposite is true. I put all my eggs in that basket. The basket fell. And so now I live for my own career goals. That's about it. Hey, I'm going to wait out here then if you don't mind. All right. I'll see you when you come out. I will be right here. Or over here. Okay. All right. Yeah, the only other thing about, like, Hollywood and this area, people are, like, so what's the word? Like possessive. I think the word would be possessive. It doesn't matter if somebody wants to be in a relationship with you or if they don't. Like, it's a very possessive environment. There's no other way to say it. Like, people around here really don't like to share. They don't. Whether it's share their property or share you. I'm lucky enough that I'm meeting people that are willing to share with me and that I could share with. I'm looking for somewhere to sit, but I don't see anywhere that I can sit that isn't going to get my pants dirty. So I'm just going to hang out here, I guess, and just stand. That's fine. Heather says, brother, be so approachable, not anymore. Yeah, that's really how it is, though. That really is how it is, Me personally, I think when it comes to, who, since apparently I'm being advised to not say her name, like it was friggin' Voldemort or something, that blows my, listen, if somebody puts my name in their mouth, as long as they ain't saying something bad, I don't see the big deal. Like, if you go online and you do a live stream and you're talking about how attractive I am to you, I'm not sure why I would charge you money for that or get upset with you about it. I don't think I'm going to take you to court for calling me cute on live stream. If anything, I might send you a message saying thank you. But that's just me. Like, I don't understand why people are so obsessive and negative. I don't make time for that. I really don't. And some people say, well, that's really expensive and this and this and that. They're right. It's extremely expensive to just be willy-nilly with your name. It is. But I would rather kind of just let things happen than be getting lost in the mix and caught up in the drama. So, like, for example, in my messages, I have people that message me who are fans and haters, okay? And I get messages from my haters. I get text messages from my haters, and I have conversations with them, and I've flipped quite a few just by talking with them, because, like, at first, they'll message me, and it's this and that and this and that and this and that, and then, like SpongeBob. And then they find out that I'm not too bad after, throwing their brunt force trauma at me for about an hour and a half over videos that I didn't put on the internet myself, right? Mistakes that I may or may not have made that I put behind me so that nobody would have to deal with them. As far as dealing with it myself, like I said, I already dealt with that. I already went through my punishments, and I ain't trying to do it twice. So, yeah, I moved on. And also so that nobody else has to continue going through it, But every now and again, I'll get somebody that shows up and, they went online and that's the first thing they saw and they didn't know. And so they're talking to me for a little bit and they're like, well, it doesn't seem like the guy that did that stuff. I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, I didn't change. Yeah, I hate to tell you, I didn't change one bit. I just grew up, I'm still the same man. I'm just a lot more mature. Haters have group mentality, don't think for themselves, in your opinion. Well, I'll tell you what, it goes both ways. There's haters that are group mentality and there's fans that are group mentality. And it depends. Like, if you have a side of society that you live on, you stay on, then you might see it that way. But I'll tell you what, having moved to California and living here, the society as a whole pretty much operates as a group. It's a pretty big group mentality here. Like, literally, like, the whole... everybody in some way, shape, or form is working together with the next person in a good way, just to look out for each other, like, you'll actually see chivalry and you'll see people helping each other cross the road, and that stuff still exists. It's just, you don't see people bragging about it. We've got a lot of humble people here, so they don't brag about it. But I've seen it. Like, I see it myself. I really do. But that's between me and you. Because, I guess there's not a lot of hope. I guess they don't want the word to get out about how nice people in California actually are. But anyway, if you ever have anything you want me to watch or things you want me to tune into, just message me about it. I've come to the point where I'm kind of just following anybody I want to, do whatever I want to. When I first moved here, I had people trying to give me rules. Stacy, welcome to the broadcast. Hello. Thanks for the follow. I've had people trying to tell me how to do this and how to do that. And when it comes down to it, man, I'll tell you what. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for I've been doing it for more than a decade. And as far as like damage control and worrying about my name and my reputation, I mean, I'll put it to you this way. On a personal level, I trust the old school. Okay. On a professional level, I trust myself. I don't even trust the industry with my reputation. I don't. So I take care of things on my own. I say a lot of stuff that maybe I shouldn't. I upset people quite a bit. But I always make up for it, and I always figure out, like I take a lot of it as a lesson, and stuff that I can learn and ways that I can learn to do better and sometimes speak better too. But it's important to recognize that doing most of this on my own and not really taking advice a whole lot, I do tend to slip up with my words and just maybe say things in a way that I shouldn't, or say things that I shouldn't. But in time, I'll get better with that, So I made my choice. I have my path in my life. And hopefully by the time I'm 40, I'll be saying things the way you want me to say them. But as of right now, I'm kind of just speaking plain English and, learning the ropes. Thanks, Stacey. So in case you didn't see, online, there was an announcement by President-elect Donald Trump that they will be enacting martial law. They will be utilizing military resources to enact a mass deportation. And they will be sweeping the entire country from top to bottom, left to right, every state, including Alaska, to remove anyone that cannot prove their citizenship, who cannot prove documentation of their citizenship, or at least, provide a social security number. Really scary thing. Thanks for the hearts. I will tell you, and I'll say to you, that this is not Nazi Germany. This is America. All of us are immigrants. I'm not going to lie to you. I actually am surprised. I actually am very surprised. I didn't expect him to do that. I didn't expect anybody that's running our country to do something like what he's going to do. So where do I stand? I'll be real with you. Let me put it to you this way. I'm a red-blooded, natural-born American, third generation. All right. I believe in having citizenship and, being a proper member of this country. I'm also a third-generation immigrant, and this is America. So remember, this is not Nazi Germany, and what he's choosing to do really is it's anti-American. And there's no other way to put it. What he's going to do is absolutely anti-American. So if you are somebody that doesn't have proper documentation in this country, or you don't know where to go or what to do, you know how to reach me. If there's anything I can do for you, as long as it doesn't cross a boundary of legality for me, I will either get you in contact with someone that can help you, or I'll do it myself. So let me know. I can be found in the Hollywood area. So that's where I stand with that. I'm an American first and foremost, and I don't like anybody being here or taking things from me that belong to people that have been here longer. But the fact of the matter is, we are all equal, and I would be a hypocrite, and it would be un-American of me to not stand with you, because there was a day not too long ago when we went through a pandemic called influenza, and we had, the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, where we had a lot of people, immigrants, Russians, Italians, Irish, that were illegal, every last one of them. And nowadays, we want to go ahead and claim that we deserve it more than the next person, when less than 100 years ago, we were in the same boat, literally. So that's how I see it. I stand with my people, but I'm going to also be in disagreement with anyone that is, trying to tear apart families or force people to leave a country that we came to illegally before it was considered illegal. Did I watch the premiere? I did, Alyssa. Yes, I did. I did watch the Wicked premiere. It was pretty cool. I have to admit to you, I got this list of celebrities when I moved to Hollywood. One of the goals I made for myself is that I was going to either try to date or at least befriend a couple of these celebrities, right, that I had picked out for myself. Just as a goal, right? Just as something to keep me motivated when I was just, almost just sitting on my butt and not knowing how to survive. And well, Ariana Grande was on that list. So I have to tell you, of all the celebrities that I had picked out for myself, that I'm like, oh, I'm going to try to meet this person or talk to this person. I saw her on that live stream, and I'm like, well, there's a first time for everything, and so I officially have my first celebrity crush. I do, and I'm sure many of you can relate. But I was telling my buddy, I've never had a celebrity crush before, and so now I'm like, oh, I feel like a weirdo. I do. I feel creepy. It's so weird, like to be attracted to somebody you've never met. I get, at least for me. So I guess it's a pretty common thing around here, but new concept for me. Anyway, like to give you an example, with Sabrina Carpenter, she's from where I'm from. She grew up like an hour away from me. So like on a certain level, I feel that connection. Like I don't know her, but I feel like I can vibe with the content she makes and the videos, the movies and the music that she makes. But I don't have I have like a certain attraction to her, but not like, it's not like the butterfly type thing, right? It's not a crush. It's just like, oh, well, there she is. And she's beautiful, and that's how I feel on her. And then there's Ariana Grande. Well, like, you got the full on crush, So here's what it is. Thanks for the hearts. Where are we at here? Stacy, thank you. Where are we at? Daniel, thanks for the 1,000. Oh, thanks for the beans. What am I doing here? Post to your fan group. Oh, we got a fan group. I don't know what to do with this yet, so we'll figure out what to do with that after the broadcast. What's 2? Thanks for completing the Diamond Challenge, Alyssa. You were an immigrant at some time. You're from Peru. You're good now. Well, welcome from Peru. Awesome. Glad to have you as an American. All right. Ivy says, oh, thanks for the gifts there, Ivy. Thanks for the beans. All right. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I got to go. All right, I got to head out. But hopefully, if I'm not lazy, I will be back live around 1 p.m., which is in about an hour and a half. And if not, then just message me, or I'll probably be around posting articles or something. You guys know how I do when I get bored. So, talk to you soon. Thanks for stopping in. And don't forget to follow. All right. Bye. You can find all the platforms that I'm on, or at least some of them, in my bio, which oh, you're hungry? I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, grab something to eat. Oh. Thanks for the hearts. We're heading over into Hollywood, or into like the center of Hollywood, or wherever. My day's good. How's yours? I had somebody texting me, right? And they're telling me, oh, they're threatening me. They're saying this, they're saying that. What do you call it? And I put it right up on the internet too. It cracked me up because I tell you, these internet people, they're so tough. These keyboard warriors are so tough. And then you say something to them, and they just back right off. They disappear. And I said to this one, I go, you know what? Listen, you're so tough. Then why do you meet me down in Hollywood? I'm not that hard to find. Everybody knows where I'm at pretty much all the time. And, they're just. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, Guinness World Records are gone, huh?
Welcome to the broadcast. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you. JP Riley, what's up? Welcome from Belfast. How are you? Good to see you. Hey, I tell you what, if I say hello, and I don't always say your name, I get so used to you, and I remember you. I just want you to remember you. So, thank you for being with me through all these years. I could only imagine from your perspective what it's like to be, having seen all the different transformations I've made over the years and the way my life has changed. And I tell you, one day I'm going to get on the Wayback Machine and I'm going to catch up on all the videos I've made and everything that's out there. And I'm just going to watch all of it. I'm going to take a month to myself. I'm going to watch as much as I could over the past 10 years and just see how things have changed and evolved in my life. But see, for some of you that have been watching for all these years, you've seen it yourself, which I think is pretty cool. I have a few people that I've followed along with for a couple of years, but not a decade, so I've had people that I've watched for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but to be watching somebody and what they're doing for a full decade and for how much my life has changed over a 10-year time frame, I can only imagine what it's like to watch all that. So. Good. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Starting to embrace my roots a little more. Being a little more honest and open about my attachment to, the more Scottish and Irish part of my heritage. I don't really embrace that too much or talk about it. I talk a lot about the whole Norwegian thing with my, on my mom's side of the family. And then with my dad having, been attached to that bloodline. But the reality is, having moved to America, and my family's just been involved for the most part and close with, the Irish, the Italian, the Scottish. Me personally, I kind of adopted the Russians into our, social pipeline, I guess you'd say. Before my generation, my family always had some type of issue with the Russians, and I personally didn't understand that issue, so I embraced them instead. And so now we have a much bigger family and a lot more friends to, conversate with and get close to.
The approach that we take towards patients is one of guidance. Patient is the center of the universe.
Juliana, hello, how are you? Thank you for the hearts. Miss you. All right. Yeah, everybody welcome to the broadcast. All right. Let me see. Give me 1 second. All right. So I am going to start a PK. We're going to try this PK thing and see how it goes. I'm just going to do a random PK. I'll tell you what, excuse me. If any of y'all ever want to do a PK, just it's just all it is a split screen live stream. A PK is just a split screen. So you get matched up with a person, and they decide whether or not they want to live stream with you. And then you essentially compete for points. and whoever wins wins. I have a lot of situations where I'll come up on the live stream and people back out like real quick. So I get a lot of wins that way. But for people that do choose to actually challenge me, it's kind of just whoever's tapping the hearts more, whoever, puts more beans in the broadcast, you get more. Is it like a battle on TikTok? Yes, same thing. It's the exact same thing. And in case you didn't know, there is now an app called Lemon 8 that was recently not absorbed by, but brought under the wing of TikTok. Okay? So there's an app called Lemon 8. And Lemon 8 is pretty much a social media platform for people that are still learning about the algorithm and how it works, right? So it's more simple. The algorithm is chronological as opposed to topic-based, or at least it was. And recently, TikTok kind of took dominion over that app. And so you can log into your Lemonade account from TikTok, and you can also use your Lemonade account to essentially affect the algorithm that you have on TikTok. And the reason that that's such a big deal is that the algorithm on TikTok is hyper advanced. It's the most advanced algorithm on any social platform. Lemon 8 still has chronology. It still shows content based on, an atypical time frame, right? So you can use the advantage of a chronological viewpoint of content on Lemon 8 to more easily pick through and choose content that you like and enjoy, or find a target audience, hint, hint, and then it will actually directly affect your TikTok algorithm as long as you are logged into Lemon 8 on your TikTok account. Now, with that said, like most platforms that are a little newer, most of the content on Lemon 8 is, what's the word for it? Raw. We'll just call it raw and uncensored. So you kind of have to just be careful with how you use it and what you show. But, to each his own. All right. So I'm done geeking out for a minute. And if y'all have anything that you want to talk about or anything you want to say, let me know. I'm here. Cold in Ireland. 0 degree snow coming. Oh, geez. Well, I'll tell you what. I love the snow. I follow a lot of people on TikTok that live in places with snow, like, Scandinavia and Alaska. But I live where we don't get any snow at all. A buddy of mine, he has a property up in the mountains. And so, I'll get to see some snow this winter. But that's just, winter's my preference. I love the winter. But I come here because it's like, the weather's always consistent. Right, it's pretty much always the same temperature. The temperature doesn't change between 30 to 40 degrees at most, right? You can go to the East Coast and easily have an 80-degree day and a 40-degree night. Well, here, you might have an 80-degree day and a 50 to 60-degree night, on a usual basis. So if you're someone that's out and about a lot, you don't have to, even if you're not, you don't have to invest a lot of money into trying to keep your the temperature consistent in your space. Now, at the same time, the cost of living is much higher, so you have to be pretty savvy about it. But if you know what you're doing, you could save a lot more money and spend less. So, like me personally, I spend less money living in LA than I did living in the middle of nowhere on the East Coast. Just because, the society we live in a metropolitan area is so automated. I mean, everything is digital. And when you can build a system for yourself and you just stick to your routine, very easy to save money, very easy not to spend money. So that's what I do. I sacrifice the fresh air for money. So it's an unfortunate trade-off, but it's worth it. I don't really do the follow back thing all that often. Like right off the bat, people that I follow on social media are usually people that I find first. You know what I mean? Like if somebody comes in the broadcast and they're like, "Oh, follow me," I won't really do it. But if I'm searching or if I'm doing just my own research and I find your content, I'll follow you on my own. But if you're not recommended to me by the algorithm anywhere except my own space, then I won't follow. But if the algorithm says go for it by putting it in front of me, by putting the content in front of me, then if I like what I see, then I'll follow. See, so I've been in social media for a long time. I've been doing this for 10 years, semi-professionally, and I've been doing social media for about 15 years. Everything down to the analytics. So I was doing Instagram when it was an address book. Like I was using Instagram before it was even considered, before we even had social media, before social media was even a thing, before Facebook even came out, in the way that it is now. When it was still just it was once a dating platform, believe it or not. A lot of people don't know that. I mean, more people know it now that the movie came out, but the movie came out a couple of years ago about Facebook. But I was on Facebook before I was allowed on Facebook. I think I was 12, 13 years old when Facebook officially came out. And I was like 15 when I was using Instagram. And ever since then, I've kind of just I played an active role in the development of the platforms, right? Not with the team, like obviously not working with anybody within the company, but just on my own, doing my own thing and finding ways to take advantage of the algorithm. But things have come to the point where the algorithm on most platforms is so advanced, there really isn't any wiggle room. Don't let anybody fool you. If you see these now, 5 years ago, yes, there were definitely angles 5 years ago. Now, if somebody tells you that there's a way to hack the algorithm, if it's on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or X, nope, it's not. When I tell you it's not even possible without spending at least $1,000 a month, it's not even possible unless you're spending $1,000 a month in advertising. So, and that's as long as you're not cheap. If you're hacking the system, then sure, it's possible, but then it's illegal. But if you want to keep it on the up and up and not risk getting in trouble, you're going to have to use Lemonade. You're going to have to use Bigo, Tango. What else? LiveMe. Third-party platforms. But the thing is, when you use a third-party platform, it kind of affects your image. But me personally, I know how to work with that, and I don't mind doing both, so I do it. JP says, do I know anyone from Ireland? I know you. For your head, thank God. That's good. Yeah. I tell you, yeah, actually, I know a few more people from Ireland than I used to know. I'm not going to say, but yeah, I know a few. Katie, thanks for the follow. Can you feed my... Yeah, feed my dino. Absolutely, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Sweet, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the follow there, Victoria. All right. Thanks for the messages, too. I'll take a look at them later. Right now, I'm heading down. I got to get going to pick some stuff up from somebody. I'm supposed to have something for them, but I'll tell you what, I didn't have it in me to do it today. So I don't have it for them today, but they're going to give me what they got since I'm owed anyway. And I can get them what they want from me a little bit later. So, Miss Midnight, thanks for the follow. And it cracks me up sometimes. I'll talk about stuff online, right? But I'll be so vague, and you guys are like, "Oh, what are you doing?" It's not anything that interesting. It's just I'm not going to say it to a whole bunch of people. So I don't want to be talking about people's personal business on a live stream. That's all it is. But with that said, if you live in the Hollywood area and you want to meet up or you want to talk, let me know. My phone number is out there. I just got a text from somebody right now. My name's getting out there a little more, and I'm starting to get people that are texting me and hitting me up that live in the area. And it's very exciting, The people that, usually the people that want something good to do with me or hit me up on social media, wanting to collaborate or something to that effect. And then the troublemakers or the people that, want to associate with me offline are texting me. So if you want to know me personally, you send me a text message. My number somehow is on the internet. and I'm not letting it bother me. I'm just going with the flow. And if you want to do something professionally, then just reach out to me on a message online. Thanks, bro. All right, give me 2 seconds. I got to answer a message quick. Okay. Thanks for the hearts. Listen, hey, I'm going to tell y'all something right now. I got a text message, right? Somebody going, you mess with the wrong people. I'm going to tell you something. I live in Hollywood and I mind my own business. I didn't mess with you. I don't even know you. You don't exist to me. And the fact of the matter is, you would exist to me if you made yourself known. But while you're going to be anonymous and send me a text message threatening me and telling me I mess with the wrong people, you wish I messed with you. You wish that my clout could drip off onto you. And it doesn't. And that's what bothers you. So here's the fact. Until you exist in my space, none of what's mine is going to come in contact with any of what's yours. So that's on you. You want to be a wimp? Go ahead and hide. Hide behind your phone number. Be a weirdo. That's on you. But should you change your mind, the adults are out here at play. Have a good day. Canadian Queen says, what happened to my bag? I got it at somebody's place right now. I've been making friends. I've been meeting people. It's good. I tell you what, I got two, not hangups, but I got 2 stops here I got to make. One that's already planned, and another that I didn't necessarily plan ahead, but I think I might go take care of. Oh, I just don't want to be too late. I don't know how long it'll take me. I could probably take care of both. Yeah, I already got taken care of. I saw that coming a mile away. Literally 3.5 blocks up the road. Could smell it on her. All right.
I see.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'm gonna let me do it now, because if I don't do it now, I can't do it later. All right. This is why people text me anonymously. I guess just it makes them feel powerful. People don't realize in this day and age, anonymity is it's not a very possible thing, but that's all right. Just let them feel however they need, I suppose. Yeah, hasn't got back to me. I got all that sorted. At this point now, it's just one day at a time. But I'll tell you what, I think I have to head out. Give me 1 second. Hey, boss, are you guys still doing donations?
Yeah. Were you scheduled for one?
I'm not scheduled at all. I just saw the sign. I was on my way somewhere else, but I could stop in.
We can have you in and out probably within 20.
Oh, fantastic. Cool? Yes. Yes, sir. All right. I have to go, guys. I'll be back. Thanks for the hearts. Welcome to the broadcast. Say hello as you're coming in. I tell you, I pass this dealership every day, almost. And I can't wait till I can go in there and get my own. Ain't gonna be too long. Not gonna be too long at all. Hello. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm just heading on back for the day. Oh, man. Guys, I don't understand. Why? Listen, do you realize, I'm going to tell you something you don't know. When you report people's accounts abusively and you harass people and you report their cash apps and you report their Amazon wish lists and all that drama, do you have any idea the amount of watch lists you're getting yourself put on? Misery, hello, how are you? I'm going to tell you something from my experience. When you do that, you are getting yourself in a position where you're being watched by multiple United States government agencies. Not to mention if you are someone outside of the U.S., at least when harassing me, you are then getting engaged in what some may consider to be cyber warfare, cyber harassment at minimum, you know. Just so that you're aware, okay? Thanks for the hearts. Welcome from LA. Right now it's 3:30 p.m. Yep. You're welcome. All right. That's just an undercover cop. Wanted to know what time it was. Didn't feel like checking his phone. Thanks for the hearts. Oh, welcome from Iowa, Mary. Follow you back? Maybe. We'll see. Thanks for the follow. And some people say, how dare you call someone out when they're undercover? I say, they say, how would you like it? And I say, I didn't like it. But it made me a little bit stronger. Grew some hair on my chest. So that's what I have to say to that. If you can't play the game, don't play. That's it. And if you want to play a game where there ain't no rules, don't complain when people don't follow the rules that apply to the game where there's rules. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you're trying to go incognito, don't complain if somebody tells on you, or don't complain if somebody calls you out or exposes you. Because if you're playing incognito, then you've decided to step off the mainframe and away from the rules. And once you step away from them rules, you can't complain when somebody breaks the rules on you. Because that's the way it is. You're talking to a guy whose phone numbers are publicly on the internet. All right? I go incognito sometimes. And you won't hear me complaining when my phone numbers are put out there. You don't hear me complaining when somebody's taking pictures of my butt walking down the street, my cute little butt, wiggling back and forth. You don't hear me complaining when someone's making comments on the internet about my shoulders from a photo some random person took. You don't hear me complaining when the cops are overhead trying to mess up my live stream by interrupting my connection, or at least attempting to. It comes with the package. Lazy people who want to cheat complain when they don't get their way without trying. The system is not made to do everything for you. It's made to assist. It is made to assist in you supporting yourself. It is not made to support you. Just so you're aware. The system is supposed to help you be independent. It's not supposed to take away your independence. You are not supposed to sacrifice your independence to the system. The system is not built that way. It does not want that. And it's kind of like putting too much weight on something that can't carry the weight. It's going to break. So it cracks me up when people will try to rely solely on the system and then wonder or complain when things don't work out, because it's not made to carry you. It's not a I almost said electric chair. It's not a scooter. It's not an electric scooter. It's like, when I say electric scooter, I mean like a seated scooter. If you're handicapped, it's not made to carry up to 500 pounds. It's at best maybe a cane, maybe. And at the most heavy, maybe maybe a seated chair or a wheelchair. But the point is, some people get so socially heavy and just try to force the system to carry their weight instead of losing it. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I get it. I do. I got my own weight. But when the system can't carry me, I don't complain. I carry myself until I could do it without wanting to complain. But it's natural to want to complain. It's just about getting to a point where you don't want to complain. And that's the hard part, is changing your mentality. It takes a lot of work. So I don't fault anybody for, being upset with their situation. I know. It's just, remember, the system isn't made to carry you. It's made to assist you in carrying yourself. I love to travel, Raham. How about you? Thanks for the hearts. Nowadays, I mostly just travel digitally, but I love to travel. JP Riley says, "You're back. Welcome back. Do I play the PlayStation? You have PlayStation 5. Not yet. I'm thinking about investing in like a gaming PC or something like that. Or like just something portable that I could fit in a small backpack or a bag. That way I could play online, and I have the unlimited the hotspot, so I could use that to game online and record it and do live streams. But I just haven't gotten to a point where I could make an excuse to buy it, because nowadays there's a lot of mobile games that I could do the same thing with the phone in my pocket. I might not get the same graphics on my phone as I do on a PS5, but I can get a similar experience live streaming a mobile game and still be able to do ranked play. And, as long as I have a portable battery, then that's good enough. And, it's not the best, and some people complain when they're watching, but it's more so just because convenience. The matter of convenience is it fits right in my pocket. So do I want to carry, a mobile system or a ROG in my backpack, or a computer in a backpack, or just have my phone and a mobile battery in my pocket? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just have a phone and a mobile battery, and the audience that falls off can pick back up later on when I purchase a more expensive system, when I'm in a situation where I feel that it's worth it. But as of right now, honestly, I'm too lazy, so I don't find it to be worth it. All right, well, I am going to head out, and I will talk to everybody soon. Just message me. Don't forget to message me. Add me on whatever platform. Just send me a message, and we'll connect. I have a lot of people now that are hitting me up on WhatsApp and stuff like that, and it's actually pretty fun. So thanks for getting more involved in my life. You like the tech and game. All right, well, hit me up about that. We'll talk about it. Thanks for the hearts.